Hi, this is Jennifer Irwin from JenniferLifeCoaching.com. And I'm so excited you made it to part 3 of my 3-part series on how to hold really big emotions with a spacious, kind, and curious heart. And if you haven't yet watched parts 1 and part 2, please go ahead and go back and watch those before watching this one, because they really lay the foundations that need to be in place before we get curious. Because today's all about how can we get curious about our emotions, especially these really big ones, so that we can get the message that they're trying to send us and let them pass on through. So if you haven't yet, go pause this video, go back, watch parts 1, which is all about becoming a wide enough container, because our emotions, especially these really big ones, can feel bigger than ourselves. So we need to ground ourselves in a container, make ourselves the container that's wide enough to hold these really big emotions. And then watch part 2, which is really about how to turn towards the emotions with kindness. A lot of times we want to squash or squelch or ignore and turn away. We're not really good friends with some of these big emotions because they're really challenging. And so getting in touch with that kind part of yourself is a really important step before taking this final step, which is really getting curious. Okay, so if you're ready, we're gonna get settled. So however you like to be with meditation, sitting, lying down, standing, eyes open or eyes shut, whatever is most comfortable for you is absolutely okay. And we're gonna take a couple deep breaths together. So breathing in and out. Really arriving in this space and time. Becoming present with your body, noticing whatever surface you're sitting or standing or laying on, the feel of it against your body. Becoming present to everything that's in the room. I don't know if you all can hear, but my cat is snoring in the background. So just becoming present to whatever is around you. And then we're going to go over and lay that foundation for steps 1 and 2 really briefly, just in a couple breaths. So creating that container, imagine a tree, a really strong tree that's running down the length of your spine, and at the base of your spine, its roots are digging down deep into the earth. And then when we exhale, we're going to be imagining a spacious place. So I like to imagine a field, others like an ocean or a sky, whatever image brings a lot of spaciousness to you. And we're going to take a couple deep breaths with those images. So on the inhale, we're going to root down, and on the exhale, we're going to expand out. Ready? Breathing in, rooting down deep, deep, deep into the earth, feeling grounded, and exhaling, really stretching your attention as wide as it can go. Breathing in, rooting down, and exhaling, expanding out. Breathing in, and exhaling, reaching outward. All right, the second step is to really access that kind, warm part of yourself, or access an external thing or being or person that really represents that in your mind, so you can call upon that energy. I always like to put my hand on my heart, and taking some deep breaths, just bring that part of you or that other person or being or aspect into your mind. Calling upon warmth and kindness and care. Feel this part of you just turning towards. and checking in with yourself. Say, hey, how are you today? What is alive for you in this moment? And then just listening. No need to make an answer appear or to be right about what comes up. Just listening. Just listening. And really being kind too if nothing comes up. Sometimes our emotions are a little afraid of us and they are not sure that we actually really want to be with them. And so sometimes they don't show up. So if when you check in with yourself and say, hey, dear one, hey, darling, what's up? And nothing comes up, or you feel numb or blank or empty, that's okay. Just acknowledge that. So if that comes up, you just breathe in and say, yes, I can feel that nothing is arising. Oh yeah, I can see. Everything feels blank today or numb. And allowing that. This part is really about allowing whatever is to be with a lot of care. So let's take 3 more deep breaths in this place. Just asking and then acknowledging whatever is arising. Say, what am I feeling? And then just allowing that to be there and saying, yes, that is what is here. All right, we're going to turn towards this third aspect, this other part, this last part of our practice, which is really being curious about what's arising. So we're going to be curious about our body sensations. We're going to be curious about any messages or stories that are coming up. And we're just going to be curious about what is this experience, the fullness of this experience, of this emotion, of whatever's arising. What is this like? So curiosity is one of those things that has, to me, a warmth. And sometimes it's a little detached. Instead of detached, the right word is probably it has a higher perspective. So it's a little backed up from the experience. It's not in the experience. It's kind of observing the experience. So for this part, I like to imagine that I am sitting with my tree up against my back, and I'm looking out over this really wide field. I've got my hand on my heart. I'm connected. I am this wise, observing, present part of myself. I'm really in touch with that. And I'm looking out and I'm opening my awareness to anything that might want my attention. So it might be the emotion that came up before, but I'm just kind of widening my attention and allowing it to be curious and open and patient. Kind of like if you were sitting in a forest and you were waiting for the really shy animals to appear. So I like to imagine I'm sitting with my tree on the edge of the field and I'm just waiting and I'm being patient and kind and allowing whatever wants to approach me to come forward, knowing I have enough space, I have enough roots to really listen to it and get curious about it. So if that image helps you, go ahead and access that. Imagine that you're rooted and that you've got a wide space in front of you for anything to come towards you with a lot of space, and that you're really connected to the wisest part of yourself. You can say, what wants my attention? And just get curious, patient, like you're waiting for a really shy animal, maybe a rabbit or a deer or even a bird. Just listening. Trying to ground in your body. And if you're feeling a really big emotion, maybe just kind of touching it, like kind of just allowing it on the edge of that big open space. Saying, what would you like to tell me? Sometimes greeting it is helpful to say, hi, I see you there. nodding, bowing to it. So sometimes the emotions may be kind of shy, and sometimes they might barge on through and take up a lot of space and be big. And in that case, really root, really feel the tree behind you. But then just get curious. What is this experience like in my body? What am I feeling? So I can check in right now as an example. I'm just feeling kind of some tension and anxiety, and I feel it in my stomach. It feels kind of like a quiver. So there's kind of a quivering aspect of like a quivering animal. Just listening to any other messages. What is this like? Just being curious. There's nothing to fix or change or do. We're just exploring. What is it like to be me with this emotion? Knowing that I am thoroughly resourced. I am a big enough container. I have access to kindness. I can be present with this without it overwhelming me. So checking in with your body again. What is it like? Using any kind of visuals or descriptions that are helpful for you. Maybe locating where it is in your body. Noticing how this emotion is in the space around it. Is it kind of timid on the edge? Is it stomping through? Is it waving at you from a far distance away? Use any type of metaphors or visuals that are helpful to just help you get to know this emotion. Just breathing, greeting it, letting it be here, letting it be as it is, and being curious. How does it want to be in this space? And then asking, does it have a message for you? Say, do you have a message for me? I'm checking in with my kind of anxiety right now, and it's asking me to take some more deep breaths. A lot of times when I check in with my emotions, what they want is to be acknowledged and seen and allowed. It's a common one that comes up for me. Just allowing it to be. And you can pause this video and sit with this as long as you need, because sometimes our emotions have a lot to say. They've been pent up, or they just really want a lot of care. So if that's the case, go ahead and pause this and allow your emotion to just give you all the information it wants, or all the presence that it needs. But if for any reason you need to go ahead and be done with this meditation, how I like to close is again with gratitude. So just kind of bowing, acknowledging whatever arose, that they showed up and that they gave you whatever gift it was. Thanking yourself for showing up in this place, of doing this practice, of making the room and setting yourself up for a good experience with these emotions. Really acknowledging and celebrating and offering gratitude for being here and being present and doing your best. And offering whatever message, if this emotion is still feeling kind of fragile or raw, just kind of acknowledging that you're leaving in this moment, but maybe offering some reassurance that you'll be back now that you know it's here and wants your attention. Taking one last long, deep breath. And on the exhale, really returning to this space. Wiggling toes, fingers. opening eyes, returning to this time and space. Congratulations, you made it through all 3 parts. And I think later what I'll do is I'll record a video that has maybe a shortened version that kind of just flows through. So any of you that are wanting like a more concise practice, maybe something under 10 minutes, can access that. So look forward to seeing that one if this process was helpful. And I really hope it was. This has been a tool that has helped me immensely in holding my own big emotions. And right now, all of us, I know, are experiencing a wealth of big emotions, like all over the board. And really being able to hold them with such care and tenderness is going to be transformative and bring more joy and ease to your world. So thank you again so much for joining me. If you'd like to check out more of my work or contact me, please look up jenniferlifecoaching.com. It'll be in the notes below. And I hope to see you on another video sometime soon with loads of care and peace. Bye.